The Little Elephant. Once there was a little elephant who was very close to her mother. Then, one day, Little Elephant lost her mother, and this made her very, very, very sad. She didn't want to leave her home because she felt that she was always tired. She was also confused and didn't know what to do because her mother was not there to help her. She always felt cold, for she longed for the warmth of her mother. She was afraid of everything, even those that she couldn't see. And one day, Rabbit came hopping along Little Elephant's home. Rabbit heard Little Elephant crying. "Hello?" Rabbit said. "Little Elephant, why are you crying?" "Go away," replied Little Elephant. "I am very, very, very sad. Go away." Rabbit felt bad about Little Elephant, so she stayed. "Little Elephant, I know you are sad because you lost your mother, but remember, on a fine and bright sunny day like this, what would your mother tell you?" Looking at Rabbit's eyes, Little Elephant replied, sobbing, "She would tell me to feel the sun and play all day." "Yes, she would tell you that. You've been here for many days. Why don't you go outside like what your mother used to tell you?" Remembering her mother, Little Elephant sat up with Rabbit. They sat quietly, and both of them listened to the wind murmuring in their ears. And Little Elephant said, "Rabbit, I don't feel tired anymore. I feel as if I can now walk and continue with what I'm supposed to do." Rabbit smiled and said, "I will go with you." And so, Little Elephant and Rabbit walked, but when they came to a big tree, they stopped. Then Little Elephant cried. Rabbit stayed beside Little Elephant as she knew this tree reminded Little Elephant of her mother. Suddenly, Mr. Owl emerged from the tree, saying, "Hoo, hoo! Little Elephant, why are you crying?" The little elephant replied, "I miss my mother. I'm confused and don't know what to do, and I'm very, very sad." Rabbit and Mr. Owl allowed Little Elephant to cry and just stayed there quietly. When Little Elephant wiped the last tear, Mr. Owl said, "Oh, Little Elephant, what would your mother say when you feel confused?" With a deep sigh, Little Elephant said, "She would tell me to be calm and help me to think about the steps I need to do." With this, Mr. Owl replied, "Oh, Little Elephant, take a deep breath and be calm, and if you will allow me to, I shall help you think out the things you need to do." Hearing this, Little Elephant felt calmer upon knowing a friend would help her do what she needed to do. And so, Little Elephant, Rabbit, and Mr. Owl walked together and continued with their journey because this is what Little Elephant was supposed to do. Suddenly, it rained really hard. The three friends saw a cave and entered it. When they entered the cave, Little Elephant started crying again. She felt really cold and she longed for the warmth of her mother. She remembered how warm her mother's embraces were and how she felt all right. She kept on crying until Grandma Bear came out from the back of the cave and saw Little Elephant, Rabbit, and Mr. Owl. Grandma Bear asked, "Little Elephant, why are you crying?" The little elephant replied, "I miss my mother. I miss how she gives me embraces and keeps me warm when I'm cold. And I'm very sad." And Grandma Bear, with a pure heart, replied, "Little elephant, if you will allow me to, I shall embrace you and keep you warm." Little elephant did not reply but looked at Grandma Bear. Grandma Bear then embraced the little elephant. Little elephant stopped crying and she felt warmth in her heart. When the rain stopped, Grandma Bear said that she'll also go with little elephant. And so after the rain stopped, little elephant, rabbit, Mr. Owl, and Grandma Bear walked together after the rain to help little elephant with her journey. The night sky and the dark forest made little elephant afraid. She was frightened of the things she couldn't see. The sounds made her shiver. The feeling of being afraid made little elephant cry. Suddenly, Dog came and asked, "Ruff, ruff, little elephant, why are you crying?" "I'm scared, Dog. I miss my mother and I'm sad." Then Dog said, "Little elephant, when you were afraid, what did your mother used to say?" Ruff. "She would say, 'Close your eyes, little elephant, and I shall hold you until you feel brave.'" Dog responded, "Then that is what I shall do for you. Little elephant, if you allow me to, close your eyes and I will hold you until you feel brave." Ruff. Little elephant closed her eyes, allowed Dog to hold her. She thought of all the lessons she learned from her mother. She thought of all the things that her mother used to say to comfort her. And after a while, she did feel brave. Dog then told little elephant that he will go with them. And so, little elephant, rabbit, Mr. Owl, Grandma Bear, and Dog walked together to help little elephant continue with her journey. They kept on walking and walking, but then suddenly, when they reached the field, little elephant stopped. This was the field where she and her mother used to go, a place where little elephant and her mother used to sit, play, talk, and be happy. Rabbit, Mr. Owl, Grandma Bear, and Dog all went to little elephant's side quickly. They all felt that little elephant was about to cry because they knew that she missed her mother so much. Little elephant closed her eyes, but she wasn't crying. She felt the warmth of the sun. She swayed with the leaves of the trees. She looked at the flowers and smelled them. All these things gave her warmth inside her, and she felt something had changed. And then she looked at everyone and said, "Thank you. I still miss my mother. I still remember her. I still feel a little sad. But because of you, my friends, I feel better. You helped me to move, find my way, be warm, and be brave. Thank you for making me think about my mother and how she would tell me that I should be strong, for I am loved by her and by you, my friends. Thank you," little elephant said with a warm smile on her face, and everyone was wiping tears from their eyes, for they were all happy for little elephant. The end.